sold a 2011 GS and I got 8 grand for it. I sold it directly back to the dealer I bought it from, which I know is a big mistake, and you shouldn't do stuff like that, but I didn't want the hassle of selling it privately. I've kind of sold things privately before, and it can be a bit of a hassle. You get some people that turn up and are perfectly good, and you get some people that turn up and they're trying to scam you into stealing things and knocking you down, and they turn up in groups, and it's just not, it's not a fun thing sometimes. So I thought I'll avoid doing that, and I will just go back to the dealer. Probably took about probably 800, 900 quid hit by not selling it privately, and instead going to the dealer. But got it done. Then I went and bought this one, which was just shy of 5 grand, which is a much older one. It's 2004 model, but it's actually very good. Since then I've spent a bloody fortune on it. My logic for raising cash from selling the other bike just completely went out the window. I spent about 400 quid on having it retuned. I think it was about that, or 300 and something, can't remember. Bought a new tank bag because I'd sold my other tank bag on eBay, so I ended up spending a bloody couple of hundred quid on that. Bought some new LED indicators because the ones that were on it were those big kind of yellow sticky out ones, which I didn't like. And so what I've kind of ended up doing, and I had it serviced, I had a full service on it as well, so God, I've spent about £1,000 I think on this since I got it, which probably stands me about 6 grand in it, and that means there's only 2 grand between this and the bike I sold. But I suppose 2 grand's 2 grand, isn't it, today? Next year I am definitely going to do some kind of European camping trip. Not quite sure what that will look like or where I'm going. And then I've come up with this idea, which I don't know if any of you guys are interested in, whether you be in the States or in the UK or wherever you might be, in Ireland or wherever, watching this. I want to do a multi-city break European trip. I've done them before on the bike, but I've not gone to more than 1 or 2 cities, and probably only done it for about a week. What I've got an idea of doing is actually something much bigger than that. So I'm thinking of doing it in about 5 years time, which I know is a huge amount of time away, but it's something that would take a lot of saving and quite a lot of prep work to sort out as well. But I was thinking of opening the idea to anybody who might be interested in this, because it's something that you can imagine, I don't know, even somebody from the States hiring a bike and coming over and doing this. But I'm thinking of doing a huge biking trip to a large number of cities in Europe, and I kind of drew a little Google trip out yesterday of all the cities I would go to, and I think there's something like 10 cities in there. So as you can imagine, that's definitely going to be a something like a, well, I would have thought 6 to 8 week trip, if not even longer. And I was thinking of taking a bit of a career break from work and maybe taking 6 months off work and going around Europe. And then if anybody wants to join in for part of that trip, or even if anybody's crazy enough to want to join in for the whole trip, yep, I'm thinking of a huge trip, lots and lots of destinations, lots, and I think it's about a total of about 8,000 miles, the trip I'm thinking of. So pretty big trip, and probably not practical for most of you, but if anybody wants to join me on that trip for part of the trip, if not all of the trip, then do leave me a comment and let me know, and maybe we can start chatting about it. I wouldn't mind, as I say, organising something that will be in place in 5 years time. I can't really afford to do it before then, but you never know. If circumstances change, that might change. but likely to be in about 5 years' time, probably sort of 2000, what will it be, 2018, something like that. So yeah, if you're interested, wherever you may be, if you want to do something like that, to see Europe for the first time, or not necessarily for the first time, but perhaps the first time on a bike, and you're interested in doing it in about 5 years' time, then just give me a comment and we'll have a chat about it.